Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel, and I'm making a replacement lot for Potter Splay. If you've seen my family build on the McGuires, they are going to be living in this house. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it also has a little extra room on the side for gardening or in a workshop if you'd like, and it also has a very small room in the downstairs that you can use for whatever you want. I have right now have it as another little workshop for someone who might want to be creative and knit, or if you want them to maybe paint or something, you can turn the room into something like that. Now, there is no basement in this house. There is, however, 2 floors, and I think it's based off a picture I seen through Kijiji for a house that was for sale. And I saw the outside and just the entryway in the pictures. The rest of it was kind of winged. I winged it. I do at one point practice with the platforms because it's something that's very new to me. I haven't done a lot of building before trying this. I more so just kind of play the main story and see how far I can get in each of the families. Sometimes make my own families and just do different challenges with it. I do right now have a 100 baby challenge that I'm doing, and so I really wanted to get more into building, and I'm using some references from different homes that I see on Kijiji to get myself a little bit more experience until I can be a little bit more creative and make some homes of my own. Anyway, so I do manage to have a platform on the living room. Now there's going to be a staircase that goes down into the living room area, and then there's going to be a kitchen with a small dining right there, and it also goes into the back door where it just kind of branches out into a big garden. I do, however, can't decide whereabouts to actually put the stairs to go downstairs into, like, through the platform into the living room until a little bit later, because floor plans can be a little bit tricky. I am quite happy with how the outside turned out, especially the front, and I do really like the extra room that I put there that wasn't in the original picture, and I did want to make it look like almost like a greenhouse type thing. If you want, you could always turn that room into something a bit different where the sun would come in and you'd be able to have a little nice seating room or something like that. Let me know if you like where the stairs going into the living room end up being, because I do put a bathroom where the stairs originally are, and I moved the stairs a little bit further out, which does kind of enclose it a little bit and doesn't make it as good of a open concept. I was thinking about maybe of changing it, but for right now I like it the way it is. It is just a half bath downstairs, and then upstairs there will be a full bath with a tub and shower with a double sinks, I believe. There will also be a very nice hallway area upstairs that I put a kitty litter box, because no one really wants to have a kitty litter box in their kitchen where they eat, or their living room, so that everything smells. And since there isn't too much room in the bathroom, and you also don't want the bathroom to smell like that either, I just figured I'd put it in the hallway, because it seemed to be the only room that didn't really have any use besides going from room to room. And so at least it keeps this out of the way, and if they need to clean it, then at least it's all in one spot and not in anybody's way. So here is the little room with the arts and crafts. I was tempted to put the bigger desk with all of the little knickknacks on the wall, but I decided to go with this instead because I really like these wreaths that I put up, and it makes it look like she's not only artistic in like a knitting kind of sense, but her daughter might help out with some of the gardening things. Maybe they made those wreaths together or something like that. And then I also put this little bookshelf and a couple other little things just to make it look like they created them together. There is a guitar in here that isn't in the final build because I do move it to the living room. So here I am working on the half bath. It's pretty small, pretty straightforward. Tried to make it look as filled up as possible. in a way that they could actually get to everything. Now, I did test that bathroom out. It does work, despite it maybe not looking like it because of the angle you have to get into the room, but they do use the bathroom and wash their hands in there. So I also added a chimney and fireplace to this room. I originally wasn't going to, but I figured having that extra little bit poking out of the side of the house maybe gives that side of the house a bit more meaning, makes the house look a little bit bigger, at least from the outside, even though it does take away a little bit from the living room. Now, although I don't really sense this family being in the living room all too much, this is more so a reserved area for the mother if she wants to knit on the rocking chair there, and there's also a little bookshelf in case the father wants to come in here and read as well. Maybe they can spend some time together by the fire, but that's pretty much it. Even the TV that I put in there is very small because TV is not really that important to this family. So here I am working on the workroom / gardening area. Just put some outdoor plants in these. Now, you can remove them. It'll probably make the house a little bit cheaper so your people can move in, because I don't use a lot of debug in this build. Unfortunately, I didn't think of that at the time. It's one of my first full-on builds besides just renovating. So I still hope you still like it. There is a pond that I did struggle with for a little bit that I do end up putting in the front and decorating the ground around it, putting a few plants there as well. And now we're going to be working on the upstairs, dividing the rooms and figuring out how big I want the hallway and stuff like that. Now, I originally put a railing on the stairs, then I thought, since this house is so enclosed already, might as well just put a wall there, get rid of it, and then I have a place to put the kitty litter box and stuff up against without it looking like it's gonna fall over the edge and kitty litter will just spray all over the floor. Anyway, so we're doing the main bath right now, which is going to have the walk-in shower and a tub. Now, I originally make this 2 tiles wide, but then I end up just sticking it to 1 tile. That way they have room for the tub right next to it. And then on the other side has the toilet and all that stuff. I did see this little trick about putting windows in the shower. That way it gives it like a see-through type of thing. It makes it look like it's an actual walk-in shower instead of just random shower with a wall there with no curtain or anything. I probably could have just used a regular stand-up shower for this, but I don't know, I kind of just I wanted to try this idea of using a door instead. Obviously you can replace this and put it with an actual shower that comes with the game, but this is what I use. So now I'm working on the main bedroom, the parents' bedroom. I do have to move it around a little bit just so I can fit a bed in there. I don't actually end up putting a makeup mirror in this build, although since the mother's sim that I made for this house is high maintenance, I might go back for my playthrough and actually put a makeup mirror down just so that she has somewhere that she can sit and do her makeup and stuff like that. So here I go, just adding some clutter items, not really sure what to put. I do tend to scroll through the clutter items and just kind of randomly put them throughout the house, not just focusing on one room at a time. I hope it doesn't bother you, but that's my brain is kind of like, oh, I see an item, oh, this would be great in the son's room, or this would be great in the kitchen, and then I end up going back and changing like the whole kitchen or something like that. Yeah, as you can kind of see from the past 20 seconds or so, I have been going around and changing a little bit. So here I go, just doing some simple wall decorations and trying to do the alt moving to put stuff on the dresser. And then I start working on the son's bedroom shortly after. Now he's got a little bit of a crevice. I initially tried to put a painting artwork table underneath his bed, thinking that would be something that I can play with, because you could put a desk underneath his bed, but I guess you can't put this under the bed, so the sim will just go, hey, I can't get there. So I did unfortunately have to moved the desk over to that little corner where I put the teddy bear, and he still uses it there, but unfortunately it doesn't work with the table. No matter where I put it underneath the bed, it just didn't work, unfortunately. So I end up just putting a few clutter items under there, and that's what you will get in the build if you do download it. So now I'm trying to make the hallway look a little bit better. Just put a little rug in there, just to make it look a little bit pretty, just so it looks a little bit more lived in. I do intend to put like pictures and stuff in that hallway. That way when they come out of the room, they have some nice things to look at that remind them of family. So then after I do start focusing on the daughter's room, now I do make her romantic and a cat lover. So I put some flowers, some those Valentine gift cards on the wall next to her bed, and there's going to be a cat tree that I put up as well in the corner room. Then I give her a desk with a little laptop just so she can maybe talk to some of her friends, maybe try dating a little bit, online dating, whatever floats your boat if you have those kind of mods. And then some little playful figurines on the desk as well. I also give her one of those little wellness pillows that she can sit on. That way she can make sure she focuses her energy and calms herself down for whatever reason. I guess if she's having a bad day at high school, whatever. Everything in her room does work. The cat is able to use the cat tree. She's able to use the pillow. Desk works. So there's no problems with the Sims being able to get into anything here. I do find a couple of these pictures of different birds in the debug menu. I'm not sure why I put them up, but for some reason I just kind of associated birds with romance. So I put them up on the wall. Maybe she does some bird watching or some adventuring or hiking in her spare time, and the sounds of birds, maybe they make her happy. I also go around and redecorate the outside, putting some paneling with some brick, like a gray stone brick. And then I start working on the landscaping, putting some pathways, moving around some things, putting bushes, and I'm quite happy with the way it turned out, even though maybe it's not as flowery as I would have hoped. I think it still looks very pretty. The whole front area in front of the window where the pathway is gets filled up pretty well, so I'm quite happy with it. I don't know if you guys have trouble with this, but when I'm doing any kind of decorating, especially landscaping, I go through all the different flowers and figuring out, should I use the debug one? Should I use this bush? And just gonna put everything down, pick everything back up again, put everything back down again. Yeah, it can be a little frustrating. I hope it doesn't bother you, but I think it ends up turning out very well. The front of the house, as well as the main dining area, are my favorite parts of the house. What do you think? So at this point, we're just putting in lots of flowers, layering some of the flowers with different kinds of bushes to make them look more full, and putting in some trees, trying to surround the pathways. I got this nice swing set in the back, and then I add some trees on the outer parts of the property to make it look like it's blending in with the rest of the land, even though there is this random border line that goes around the outside of the property line, but still looks really nice. And I use the same kind of flowers and trees that they used in this world so that it will look natural for all of you playing. But anyway, so we're coming up on the screenshots, and I do some outer ones, inner ones, and then the above each floor. So let me know what you guys think and leave any comments or suggestions, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.